right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. All right, so we're pretty much going to continue on with part 2 of the lesson. Is that Satan, he doesn't want you in the truth. He's going to use anybody, around you, to get to you. He's going to use them to pretty much distract you, annoy you, to discourage you from pushing, this word and this truth. So pretty much basically anyone has the potential of becoming Agent Smith, like off the Matrix. Was the Agent Smith? What he would do is he'll pretty much put his spirit inside these regular average people, all right, the ones that are without, or basically the ones that are without the truth, and he'll pretty much use them to basically come after you, to come after you and to attack you, in many different ways and in many different forms, all right. And sometimes it can get very tricky. He'll use people, all right, they'll try to slither their way in to try to get you out the truth, man. All right, so pretty much I pretty much went through a few examples of what I've been going through. Like, you had one of the bosses at my job or whatever, he pretty much tried to beat us out of money, beat me and one other co-worker out of money, not paying us for overtime, and the Lord took him out. He had a heart attack and died a few days later, and I thank Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah for that. All right, and I pretty much start with Proverbs chapter 16, and we'll start at verse 32. All right, it says, "He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit is better than he that taketh a city." All right, and the reason I got that is because a lot of things is gonna try to get to you, all right, to try to get you to act out of emotion, all right, to have your emotions override wisdom, all right, and you don't want that to happen, because I imagine sometimes I meditate, like, if I didn't have this truth, where would I be? A lot of situations that I have gotten through was because of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, because of this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that he's given to me, because these people out here, they have no hope, so when things don't go their way, things just get messed up and out of proportion in their life. They had a tendency to kill themselves, commit suicide. They had a tendency to go postal, basically go out and kill people. That's what Esau do. When Esau don't get his way, he'll get mad and he'll pretty much release his rage on the whole world. He'll go out, shoot up a store, like you had the old Buffalo incident, and things like that. That's what Esau would do. And it's a very scary thing, made me realize how precious, this truth is. Is when you without, you don't have no hope. You don't have nothing to lean on. Well, you can probably lean on the rest of these people, but these people, they don't have the truth. They don't really have the answers. Like, there's wisdom that they have, but they don't really have the answers like that to comfort your spirit. But these words in this book, it comforts you. It gives you hope. All right, you got the brotherhood. During going through my things and everything like that. Like, I got one other example. At my job, I don't talk to nobody. I keep to myself. The only time I ever talk is if it's work related. I don't try to holler at the women that's up there. But I'm just working. Doing my thing. Like always. And this woman pretty much comes up to me. She, trying to talk to me and everything. We spark up a conversation or whatever. And she asked for my number. So I'm like, all right, cool, and we get to talking, a little bit over the phone, just texting or whatever. I pretty much ask her out and everything. And she pretty much says that, she said, no, she said, I don't want to be seen with you, and it was just like weird, it was just crazy. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean by that? She said, just being seen with you, people gonna talk. So, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And that pretty much happened twice, once over the phone, and then another girl, was up here, trying to get my attention, and every damn thing like that. Pretty much said it, to my face, but in a different way. You know, it wasn't like super disrespectful, but you know, a few things happened in the past, little smarky comments that she made, you know, towards me that I didn't really appreciate. And during that moment, you know, I just cut them off, you know, completely. You know, I just said, okay, I blocked the number, deleted it, and never spoke to him again. And you know, and a few days after, you know, like 2-3 days after, I catch her, you know, she hanging out with Esau, man. You know, she going home with Esau, you know, and that just pissed me off completely. You know, you can imagine how I felt, man. I was enraged. I was angry, you know, going through all that bullshit, you know, that I explained in the last video, you know, in part 1, and then going through that, you know, so it enraged me completely. You know, I was upset, you know, I was down, I was worn out, you know, I was tired, you know, and, you know, so pretty much you gotta rule your spirit, you know, in ways that I've done, you know, things like that. You know, I pretty much just did things that I like to do, try to get my mind off things, you know, because I'm up here, I'm surrounded, you know, by a bunch of homosexuals, lesbians. You know, I see that every day. I see Jake, you know, Eve basically walking in the store wearing booty shorts, dressing half naked, and have the kids like that too. You know, you have kids. They dress the same way, you know, they're all out of order. Let's see what else. You know, seeing Eve with Esau, you know, I'm seeing Jake, he's uncompassionate, he has no morals, all right, he hates his own people, you know, he's full of shit. You know, I'm just, you know, it's a lot, you know, and sometimes, you know, what I do, you know, I'm fortunate enough and blessed enough to, you know, at the job I can put on some earphones or whatever, and you know, I listen to the brothers, you know, I listen to the videos, it comforts my spirit, you know, and sometimes even when that's, you know, really not enough, you know, I just go to the break room, you know, chill for a bit, take a little break, and I just watch Jake get put to death, you know, honestly, I just watch him get put to death, you know, getting blasted in the head. You know, Eve, you know, she have her, like some of the videos I watch on those websites, they have the Eve up there, you know, they have a picture up there, you know, she's smiling, looking proud, you know, how that proud look on her. And then next thing you know, you see a video of how she died and everything. You know, a nigga pops up, guns her down, shoots and blasts her head off. You know, she gets run over by cars, you know, had overdose on drugs, you know, committing suicide, hanging themselves, you know, and it just, hey, you know, it comforts me. It comforts me, you know. And, you know, scriptures do say we meditate on terror, you know, because these people are wicked, man, you know. And sometimes it just becomes too much, man. I gotta go to the back, take a break, man, because it's a lot, you know. So, you know, you don't want to act out of emotion. You know, Satan comes in all different shapes, sizes, and forms. You know, he comes at you in many different ways, you know, because who does that, you know? Like who asks for a person's number knowing that you don't want shit to do with them? You know, you bait them in, basically, and then you sit up there and tell them you don't want nothing to do with them. Who does that? You know, that's Satan, you know? That's Satan, you know? So, yeah, he'll come at you in many different ways, and you get used. He's very tricky, man. You know, so you have to stay in the spirit. You gotta use wisdom. You know, you can't act out of emotion, you know, just because things don't go your way. All right, so I'm gonna read it again. All right, so this is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 32. It says, "He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit that is better than he that taketh a city." Okay, and that's true. All right, so it's better to use wisdom. Don't act off of emotion. You know, just take it as it is, and realize that there's a reason that it's happening. Although I honestly, I don't really know. I mean, I can give guesses of why it happened. You know, I can guess, you know, but ultimately, I'll tell you one thing, what the Lord did say. So I'm going to go on to, actually, I think it's 2 Peter. Let's get 2 Peter. 2 Peter, let's see. 2 Peter chapter 2 and let's see, where is it at? Yeah, we'll start at 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5. All right, it says, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. And it says, and delivered just Lot. Lot, he was in Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, it says, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. It says, for the righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. All right, and it says, verse 9, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment. Let me see. Actually, I think this is the wrong one. Slocky about that. That's another one. I think it's back in Proverbs actually. Slocky. Let's see. Bear with me a moment. Let me see where it is. I think it's probably in Romans. I think it's in Romans. Let me see. Well, I'll start here. All right, so this is Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. All right, it says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. All right, because if I acted carnally, and actually put my hands on the people that got to me, got on my nerves, did some messed up stuff to me right in front of my face, even some people that may have said something that rubbed me the wrong way, that could have been it. Like I mentioned in my last video, you got jail, be in jail, you got a record, and then you be locked up for a while, you lose your job, you lose your car, you lose your house, you lose everything, and it's just not worth it. But if you move based off the Spirit, okay, you take those punches. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. It weighs your spirit down and everything. But at the end of the day, you got to learn to appreciate, what you call the little things, the things that you have, the things like you got, the names, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. The majority of the world don't know. They don't know the names. They're finished. They got the spirit of death on them. All right, they're full of folly. All right, they're foolish. Okay, but you do. You know the scriptures, the word. All right, you got a roof over your head. All right, you got food to eat. All right, you got clothes. Okay, you got a job. You can go out, handle your business. Go home, relax. Do things like that. Come up with lessons. All right, there's some people that are in worse situations than yourself, and sometimes you got to think that you're not the only one. Everybody goes through these things. I had to learn that. I had to calm myself down. Because I was furious. And your parents, your family members, people in the world, they can't help you. They can't give you really sound advice. Why? Because they don't have this word, man. That's the reason why the brotherhood is very important. The videos, the exhortation videos, you watch those, and things like that. You deal with brothers and stuff like that. If you have brothers around you, you could talk to them. They can give you sound advice, all right, to help you get through things, to help you keep pushing. So basically, what I did, I had to learn to take it. I just had to learn to let bygones be bygones. I had to put my mind at ease, about reading, studying, watching the videos, doing things that I like to do, hobbies, taking walks, go out at night, when no one's around, and just take a long walk, and just meditate, on the good things, meditate on what you have, all right, what you're blessed with, because if you don't, and you just let those thoughts take over, and you just, that's all you thinking about, they could easily very well, lead to your detriment. You know, he'll make you do something stupid, and pretty much Satan won. You know, he got victory over you. You know, he got your mind. All right. So pretty much reading on, it says because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. Now if any man have not the spirit of Hamashiach Yahushua, he is none of his. All right, and these people out here in this world, they are none of his. You know, they don't have this truth. They don't have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So they're through. You know, so at the end of the day, really, you know, that ought to make you, you know, happy at the end of the day. Although, you know, these people giving you hell, or you seeing all this wickedness going on around you, you know, wherever it be, you know, people coming up against you, you know, for no reason. You don't even know the damn person. You know, they just got some attitude towards you. Hey, it just shows that you're doing the right thing. You know, and Satan's trying to get at you. You know, he's trying to get you out the truth. He's trying to bug you. All right. You know, but, you know, through prayer, you know, everything, you know, make sure you pray. You know, every day before you leave the house, you know, make sure you pray, because these people, they got demons on them. You know, you already saw that video at the beginning. I showed in my last one. You know, these people are stupid, man. They don't know where they are. All right, they don't know simple questions. All their mind is stuck on. All right, the Eve, her mind is stuck on twerking. All she know how to do is twerk, take Instagram, Facebook photos. That's all they worried about. You know, the pleasures of life. You know, Jake, all he know how to do is rap. You know, and you know, and focus on trying to get women. All right, that's what they're focused on. So they're not even aware of what time we're in. All right, people, you know, a person can go up to them and say, hey, World War III already passed. How do you feel about it? You know, they'll sit up and say, well, you know, this is how I feel. And World War III ain't even started yet, man. It ain't even passed, you know? So these people are stupid. All right, and these are the type of people that you share the road with on every day. You know, share the road with every day, man. You know, you could leave your house and you driving on the road, you driving amongst these people. So, you know, you make sure you pray, you know, every day for protection. All right, pray for strength to endure. All right, pray for more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, because these people out here, man, they got demons on them, man. You know, hell, I'd rather, you know, them have a, you know, ride a damn horse, man, than, you know, have these people riding on a damn horse than, you know, having them have full control over a damn vehicle, man. You know, because these people are brain dead. All right, they don't pay attention. You know, they wrecking, hitting people, causing accidents, getting people killed. You know, because at least a horse knows when to stop. You know, at a stoplight, when a stoplight is, you know, red or whatever. You know, the horse has a brain. You know, he knows when to go and when to stop. You know, he ain't gonna go off a damn cliff. You know, he'll stop, and then that brain dead ass person will fall over, you know, and drop dead. You know, you know what I mean. But, you know, just make sure you pray, you know, before you leave. You know, leave the house, man, because these people, you know, they got demons on them. It's just crazy. So let's get Romans. Let's get verse 23. Romans chapter 8 and verse 23. It says, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. Yeah, because that's what we're waiting on. All right, we're hoping for salvation, and every day we're groaning. You know, every day. You know, every day you're seeing this wickedness. You know, all it. You know, the constant. You know, bothersome things that bother you. You know, through the Spirit, man. So we're groaning every day, man. Every day. You know, every day I go to work, man, and that's all I see. You know, I see just wickedness, man. Homosexuals, lesbians, Eve dealing with Esau. You know, Eve hating Jake, man. I've seen that. You know, I've seen you know, racism and racist stuff up here too. You know, I seen a Jake. You know, he was just minding his own business. You know, dealing with wine or whatever, and a white woman, so-called white woman, claimed that he was looking at her. Went up there and told the one of the managers, and they fired him on the spot. You know, I've seen things like that. You know, seen things like that happen. You know, it's just wicked. You know, evil. You know, and it bugs you every day. So, you know, as much as I can, you know, I put the earbuds in, man, and I listen to the word, man. I listen to the brothers, you know, that would bring out the lessons, you know, every day, man. You know, to drown out the folly, the folly, all right, the bullshit conversations these people have, the laughter, you know, all right, you catch these wicked people laughing, all right, you know, to keep my mind off that stuff, you know, I can just get my shit done and get out, you know. So pretty much, let's see, all right, so it says, verse 24, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see that for hope, Salakia. But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities. You see, so when we're going through our infirmities, our trials and tribulations, this helps. You know, we have hope. Okay, so that's what stopped me from putting hands on Jake. You know, for me popping off at the mouth at Eve and things like that. You know, I just kept it moving. You know, I kept it moving. You know, and there was benefits in that. You know, so it says, likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself make intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. You know, so there's certain things that, you know, I didn't talk about, you know, that I don't really want to talk about. You know, certain things, you know, it's just too much, you know. So through prayer, you know, pray and things like that, you know, to build us up, make us stronger, to endure, you know, every day, you know, because, you know, certain things, you know, it just becomes a lot, you know. So it says, and he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of Yahweh. All right, and it says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are the called according to his purpose. You know, so we, you know, which I pray to be of the elect, you know, we don't know, you know, but we, you know, I pray for it. I hope so, you know. So basically, we know that everything that happens to us is for a reason. All right, it's not, you know, just happening. You know, the Lord isn't vain. All right, the Lord wouldn't put something upon you. You know, all the bullshit that I've been through, you know, with all the examples I gave you, you know, throughout those course of months, because it was constantly happening over and over and over. It was like almost every day, you know, for months and months and months. All right, the Lord isn't vain. All right, and it's for a purpose, you know. And I learned, you know, I felt I've gotten stronger. You know, certain things just don't bother me, you know, like they used to. You know, it's just like, you know, it is what it is, whatever. You know, because these people are gonna die, man. You know, a majority of these people out here, they're all gonna die eventually. You know, so it says, verse 29, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. It says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. You know, so basically, you know, everything is predestinated. All right, these things happen for a reason. The Lord isn't vain. You know, he doesn't do anything in vain. So he predestinated these things to happen to me. You know, it just happened, you know, and I just got to take it, you know, as it comes. You know, I can't let my emotions override wisdom. I can't let it override, you know, the things that I've learned and studied, you know, because that will lead to death, you know, that which is your flesh speaking. When your emotions override the wisdom, that's your flesh, you know, speaking, man. When I was going through those things, I was really pissed off, but in the moment, you know, I relied on the Spirit, you know. And hey, man, I thank you, how about Shema Shah, you know, every day, man, all the time, man, you know, for getting me through those temptations, those trials and tribulations, you know, because that was really rough. I was going through a rough time. All right, and I'm sure brothers probably had it worse than me, you know, some very light, some far worse, you know, far worse than me, you know. I'm not the only one. All right, so you just got to accept it, you know, go through it and deal with it. All right, so let's see, I guess we'll go back to 2 Peter. I'll go back there. All right, so All right, so no, not Second Peter. Actually, let's go back to Proverbs. I think 24. All right, so let's go to Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 16. All right, it says, "For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief." So you see, so I say this, you know, going through your things, you know, your trials and tribulations and things like that, sometimes it can get very overwhelming, you know, and yeah, you very well will fall, you know, because, you know, all of us probably fail at one point. You know, we all have, nobody's perfect. We all fail, you know, I fail, you know, going through those things, you know, but hey, you got to get up. You know, a righteous man falleth 7 times, he gets back up. You know, I had to accept it, you know, go through it. You know, I was down for a time, but, you know, through meditating and, you know, figuring out why it was happening, you know, watching the exhortation videos, trying to build myself back up to get back on my feet and keep pushing. Because, you know, there was a quote that the brothers upload, you know, they upload quotes on YouTube, and I always take screenshots of them, all right, to remind me and, you know, to give me hope, all right, to exhort, you know, brothers and things like that, exhort myself, all right, to, you know, keep going. You know, it was, it basically said that, you know, that it was a quote, something to deal with rain. When the rain comes, you know, that is basically for a reason, you know, and it, without the rain, there is no growth. All right, with rain comes growth. All right, you get stronger, you get better, all right, you improve, and things like that. All right, so it says, "For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief." All right, so yeah, you get back up, you keep fighting, because true failure only comes when you stay down. All right, and true success comes when you get back up. All right, so you're gonna fall a few times, you know, but you always got to get back up, man. If you truly believe in this thing, man, and you truly believe in Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. All right, so let's see what else. Let me see. Let me see what else. I think I get. Let me see here. I think that's it, man. I think that's everything. I just say one last thing. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I just say one last thing is that you know, basically it's the spirit. You know, I actually caught a video, basically going to into the lesson that I'm pretty much doing now, going into, you know, Satan and how he pretty much wants to bug you and get you out the truth. So basically, you know, the last video I uploaded on part 1 of how Satan, you know, wants to get you out the truth and everything. You know, when I was mentioning me sitting in the car, you know, you know, for about, it came 2 hours early before camp actually started, and this big bug, this black, I don't know what it was, man, just kept running into my window, you know, thinking through the spirit, you know, that symbolized Satan. You know, when I first saw that, you know, I was, you know, studying, trying to read, you know, getting the spirit and everything before camp started, and, you know, this thing, whatever it was flying, just kept running into my car for about 20 to 30 damn minutes. You know, I said, you know, that's Satan, man. You know, I said that through the spirit, man. That's Satan. You know, he's just trying to bug me, you know. And I let the window down, you know, because it was very hot. You know, I turned the car off because, you know, I didn't want to, you know, run out of gas or whatever, you know. And you know, I thought it was gone because it eventually stopped, and then it flew right in, and, you know, I was attacking it, swatting at it and everything, and it finally flew out. You know, it fled, you know, and didn't come back again. So you know, that's basically Satan. You know, that symbolized Satan. You know, he's gonna, you know, when that bug kept running into my window constantly, you know, that symbolized Satan. That's how he operates. You know, he wants to constantly attack. He's gonna constantly attack you and try to get on your nerves to get you out the truth. you know, and if you let it, yeah, you very well will. You know, if you don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to push through it, you don't have the spirit, you know, you're gonna eventually, you know, just fall out and never come back. So, you know, you gotta move. You gotta be circumspect. All right, you gotta move carefully in this walk. You know, because I could have very easily made a horrible mistake. You know, that could have got me fired, could have got me locked up. You know, I could have lost everything. You know, so you know, be careful how you walk. You know, Satan's very crafty. He's gonna use people, your family, and everything to come up against you to get you to fall. You know, and you gotta walk very circumspectly. You know, I mean, thinking about it, you know, it's a very scary thing. You know, meditating upon all those things I went through is very scary. You know, because you could easily fall out. You know, if you're not being circumspect. You know, it's very scary. So, one other thing, one last thing that shows growth or whatever. I remember, you know, we was moving. I was helping my parents or whatever move out the house, and I had this one relative. You know, he was helping move too, and you know, they got a whole bunch of stuff. You know, so you know, we're working pretty much for hours and hours on end. You know, filling up the U-Haul, whatever. And I guess one relative, you know, he was pissed off. You know, he was mad because it was taking too long. He was mad because he was tired. You know, he started getting mad at everybody else, including myself. You know, because you know he was tired. You know, he was sick and tired of working and everything. But you know, me, you know, it was like nothing. I was like, you know, we all tired. So what? You know, I just persevered through it. You know, we eventually got it all filled up. You know, and moved. You know, it just showed growth in a way that symbolized growth. You know, but going through certain hills and stuff like that, it's, you know, certain things, it just don't bother me. It's just like, you know, whatever. You know, I've been through it already. You know, so it shows growth. You know, basically. So anyway, I think that's it. You know, hey, you know, just pray. Make sure you study. You know, you know, so you don't fall out here, because there's a lot of snares and traps, all right, that Satan is pretty much got set. He's trying to make us fall, all right, especially the ones that's in the truth, man, the ones that know this word, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's what he wants to do. So he's gonna come and attack you from time to time. You got to be ready for it, you know, because hey, you could very easily fall out. All right, so that's pretty much it. I hope this was edifying unto the elect. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, and Shalom.